What's up, everyone, and welcome back to Movie Raise. Dylan Sprouse is a young actor who is most well known for playing Zach on the Disney Channel series The Sweet Life of Zach and Cody. These days, he is mostly regarded for being the twin brother of Cole Sprouse, who has been appearing in countless young adult television shows in the last few years. Dylan took a break from acting for several years, but is planning on making a return, starting with his role as Trevor in the upcoming film After We Collided, the sequel to the hit film After. Dylan has had quite an interesting life, from his upbringing to his career, and in this video, we will take a look at 10 facts about Dylan Sprouse that you probably didn't know. Number 10. He was born in Italy. Even though Dylan is an American citizen, he was born in Italy. However, his parents weren't Italian, and neither is he. Rather, his mother and father were both working as English teachers at a school located in Tuscany. Matthew Sprouse, his father, and Melanie Wright, his mother, had been working at the school for quite some time before they had begun expecting children. After Dylan and Cole were born, they decided to move back to the United States. This transition took place about 4 months after the twins' birth, and they have lived in the United States ever since. The rest, as they say, is history. Dylan has joked about being Italian many times since revealing this information. Number 9. Dylan is the older brother. When you think of twins, it's unlikely you think of one of the siblings being older or younger. However, there are several cases in which twins have been born a day or two apart. This is usually due to complications with birth or simple timing. However, the birth of Dylan and Cole proceeded without much hassle, and after many hours of labor, Melanie gave birth to Dylan first. After this, she gave birth to Cole about 15 minutes later. 15 minutes is hardly enough to classify Dylan as an older brother, but he is technically older than Cole. The two are both 27 years old at the moment and share a birthday of August 4th, 1992. Number 8. After graduating from college, Dylan continued with his life and opened a meadery. A meadery is very similar to a wine or beer processing plant, but mead is an alcoholic drink that is typically made from honey and water. The honey and water mixture is then fermented and purified and then drank. Many people these days have no idea what a mead or meadery is, but his drink was quite popular a few hundred years ago. It made its way across Europe and eventually spread to areas in Asia and became wildly popular. However, as time went on, taxes on alcoholic beverages began to increase. This led to many meaderies shutting down, which raised the prices of mead. Since most common folk were unable to afford mead, the drink simply died off and was all but forgotten, though Dylan is quite passionate about mead and attempted to revive the drink. He opened a company known as All Wise Meadery, located in Brooklyn, New York. He has since done quite well with the business and has launched an Instagram page so that fans can follow the process of his meads. He has posted several photos showing his behind-the-scenes work at the meadery alongside his fellow business partners. Number 7. Most of us are likely familiar with Super Smash Bros. This is a crossover fighting game that was developed by Nintendo and originally released in 1999. Since its release, Super Smash Bros. Has proven to be incredibly popular among gamers, and Dylan Sprouse took a particular notice of the game. Dylan is known for being an avid gamer when he isn't waiting tables, but we will get back to that shortly. Dylan first burst onto the gaming scene back in 2014. He revealed that he was a massive game lover and began playing the game competitively. From here, he switched gears and began a short career as a video game commentator. He has appeared on countless live streams about Super Smash Bros. And other games, and has even attended several tournaments where he lent his voice talents to the competition. He isn't as active in the gaming community today, but he is still a hardcore gamer and plans to remain involved in the gaming scene. That is, assuming his new acting roles don't keep him too terribly busy. Number 6. Dylan Sprouse may not personally be a fan of poetry, but he was named after the world-famous poet Dylan Thomas. In fact, Dylan's birth name was Dylan Thomas von Sprouse. Dylan Thomas was a writer who was born in Wales and rose to prominence after his poems "Do Not Go Gentle Into That Good Night" and "Death Shall Have No Dominion" became successful worldwide. He gained popularity at a relatively young age and maintained his fame until his untimely death at the age of 39. However, toward the end of his life, he became involved with alcohol and lost his direction. He was then regarded as being a drunken and doomed poet, according to one reader. So while Dylan's life may have taken a much better path than that of Dylan Thomas, he will forever be named after a so-called drunken and doomed poet who died long before his time. Number 5. Big Daddy has proven to be one of Adam Sandler's most popular films, and is also the film that cut Dylan Sprouse his first paycheck. Big Daddy was released back in 1999 as a comedy film starring Adam Sandler. It was filmed with a budget of $34 million, but managed to profit over $200 million throughout the course of its release. Both Dylan and Cole appeared in this movie, but it is rumored that Dylan appeared in it most, even though Cole's name appears first on the cast listings. This movie was one of Adam Sandler's first major hits, and he likely owes a lot of the film's success to young Dylan Sprouse. Without Dylan, it is unlikely that the film would be as highly regarded as it is today. Yes, the film is somewhat of a raunchy adult comedy, but it is considered to be one of Adam Sandler's greatest works and was a masterpiece during its time. The movie went on to be Adam Sandler's highest-grossing film for nearly 15 years. It's unclear how much of Dylan's career he owes to his appearance in this classic Sandler film, but it's likely what helped him gain his first taste of worldwide recognition on the big screen. Number 4. Several years ago, Dylan Sprouse was spotted at a popular New York City restaurant working as a host and a waiter. He was called out on social media for supposedly being broke after leaving Disney and graduating college, but Dylan posted an update on Tumblr to clear the air about his work as a host. So many pictures have gotten out that I'm now working as a host at a restaurant in New York. To clear things up, I did not take this job because I lost all my money. I am financially secure, Dylan continued, stating, I took this job as a way to primarily feed my over-bountiful video game addiction, as a way to try a new experience and get out of the house. This job would prove quite fruitful for his video game addiction, as it was just a year later that he became heavily involved in video game commentary. No one is sure when he left his job as a host, or if the droves of fans taking photos played any role in his decision to leave. However, Dylan says that he feels most comfortable when he is outside of the house and physically doing something. He stated that he planned to return to acting one day, but was taking a break, adding that working as a host was not a step down, but rather a step in a different direction. He says that he decided to leave Disney, attend college, and get a real job as a way to give the public time to forget about his childhood persona and allow him to grow up outside of the public spotlight. Number 3. To further illustrate the extent of Dylan's fascination with video games, he revealed that he had attended New York University to earn a degree in video game design. Throughout his time at NYU, he learned about graphic design, 3D modeling, sound engineering, and all of the technical aspects of creating a successful video game. His degree was earned over 4 years and will likely allow him to land a nice job as a graphic designer at some point in his life, if he decides to give up acting once and for all. For the moment, it seems as though Dylan is just dipping his toes in the acting water once again, and we hope to see him in many great movies in the years to come. Video game design is an art on its own, but Dylan has a face that was destined for the spotlight. We can't wait to see what he brings to the role of Trevor in After We Collided later this year. Number 2. Not only is Dylan somewhat of a video game geek, but he is also heavily involved in anime and other similar television shows and comic series. He has cosplayed as several anime characters over the years, and has stated that watching anime is one of his main hobbies. He has been very open about his love for the series Demon Slayer, and even mentioned his interest in producing another season of the show. It remains to be seen if this will happen, but it's crazy to see such a talented actor involved in anime. Maybe we will get to hear more from Nezuko after all, this time with a helping hand from Dylan Sprouse. Number 1. When Dylan isn't playing video games or watching anime, he's also skilled in snowboarding and a surfer. He has mentioned his love for outdoor activities many times before, but snowboarding and surfing seem to be his main interests. He has been doing both since he was a younger child and doesn't show any signs of stopping. Stay safe out there, Dylan. Thanks for watching Movie Rays. Be sure to subscribe and hit the little notification bell for more videos like this, and we'll see you in the next video.